I always say pain is an old mate. Buy him a pint and he'll leave you alone. But tonight he's clawing my knee like a jealous lover. The charity exhibition ring inside York Hall smells of liniment and stale beer, and every creak of the board seems to whisper fraud. I cinch my hand wraps tighter, praying the cameras don't catch the tremor. VIPs mill about, phones already hovering like vultures eager for fresh carrion. Across the ropes, Colin the Crippler Doyle, former Commonwealth champ, now 55 and thick as a pub door, leans on the corner pad and grins as though he can taste weakness in the air. "Thought you did your fighting on green screens, Hollywood," he calls, voice booming through the PA the organizers insisted we wear. The crowd chuckles, my pulse doesn't. I flash him a grin so thin it's practically a paper cut. Green screen or not, mate, bruises still hurt the same. Looking back, I should have known bravado only throws petrol on a fire. The MC announces a light spar for charity, body shots only, but Colin's eyes glint like he's been starving for a real meal since retirement. My agent, Marty, perches ringside with the studio liaison. One wrong pivot, one grimace, and the 20 million pounds action film contract evaporates. Clause 12B, physical fitness must be unimpeachable. I bend my knee once, testing. Lightning forks up my thigh. I swallow a groan. Tip-top, I lie to myself and to every spectator who'd sell a clip to gossip sites by breakfast. That's my harmless-looking deception, loaded like a revolver behind a pillow. The bell clangs. Colin advances with the patience of a glacier. I meet him mid-ring, gloves high, shoulder angled to hide the limp. He taps my guard, measuring. The glow of screens brightens. The hall vibrates with expectations of blood. He barks, "Thought you were taller," and slams a hook into my ribs, playful power, but enough to jolt memories of every stunt fall I ever toughed out. "Tell me, what would you have done? Swing back or smile for the cameras?" I counter with a short right meant for spectacle, not damage. Cheers bloom. Phones jerk upward like prairie dogs spotting a hawk. Someone behind the lights yells, "Make him bleed." Charity, my arse. Another body shot, then another. Colin's gloves are wrecking balls. Each impact rattles my bad knee from the inside. Sweat blurs my vision. I circle left, wrong move. My foot skids on resin. Agony arches through the joint like a live wire. I mask the hitch with a theatrical grunt, launching an uppercut that misses by inches. "Slow movie star," he taunts. Smartphones capture every beat of sweat. My chest tightens, not from exertion, but from the looming specter of social media humiliation. One wobble, and tomorrow's headline writes itself, "Statham washed up, blockbuster deal in jeopardy." Then Colin lowers his guard, spreads his arms, and says into the mic, "Come on, Jason, show us the stuntman magic." The crowd roars. For a heartbeat I freeze, brain ticking through angles, retreat, and I'm a coward. Attack and my knee might explode. Looking back, I should have spotted the trap in his grin. I swing anyway, looping a hook meant to graze his temple. He ducks. Of course he ducks, and momentum yanks the knee sideways. Pain detonates. Bone kisses bone. Gasps ripple. I bite down hard enough to taste iron, but refuse to stagger. I plant my back foot and fire a straight left, tagging his nose. Blood spurts, a crimson bloom. The crowd goes feral. Phones tilt closer. Colin wipes blood, eyes wild, and something inside him snaps the leash. 2 quick liver shots. My breath whooshes out. I clinch to smother the storm. He hisses near my ear, "Paper tiger. What would you have done if the world watched you crumble?" I break the clinch with a sneaky elbow accident. He snarls, shoves me. I stumble, knee screaming, and grab the top rope to stay upright. The ref darts between us, calling for calm, but calm exited 5 punches ago. Marty is ringside, frantic hand signals. "Cut it now." Too late. Colin points at my leg and booms. "Tell him why you won't pivot, movie man. Tell M about the surgery." Silence falls. I feel every lens zoom. My secret dangles in the air, ripe for tabloids. I force a laugh, attempting bluff, but my throat is sand. Looking back, I should have known secrets rot faster under stage lights. Whispers ignite. Is he injured? Faking toughness? My legend teeters on a single tendon. Colin nods to the audience as if presenting evidence. Let's give him a real show. Drop the body shot rule, yeah. Cheers erupt, the mob wants mayhem. My agent shakes his head, but the chant swells. Fight, fight, fight. I weigh futures in a heartbeat. Pull out and keep the knee, but lose the deal, or gamble everything on one reckless act. Pride, fear, money. They spiral like gulls above a shipwreck. I nod to the ref. The bell rings. Colin charges. I pivot. Pain knifes up my spine, yet adrenaline drowns the scream. I slash a feint, then a cross that clips his jaw. He roars, swings a haymaker. I duck on instinct. My knee buckles and I drop to one hand. Flashbulbs explode. The thought crystallizes. If I let this break me publicly, the story ends tonight, but if I shape the spectacle, maybe I keep control. Looking back, I should have feared the plan forming in that crouch. I rise slowly, eyes locked on the retired boxer, and speak into my mic calm as murder. All right, legend. Let's give him something worth filming. Phones rise higher, glowing halos. Colin grins, thinking he's already won. He doesn't see the granite resolve behind my smirk or the desperate gamble coiled in my ruined knee. The bell clangs again, and I explode forward, ignoring every surgeon's warning. The crowd screams. Time dilates. Just as my heel leaves the canvas. What would you have done if the next step might snap everything? My heel strikes canvas, and the shockwave spears up my leg, but momentum carries me into Colin's guard before the pain blooms. My fist pistons underneath his chin. His head snaps back, sweat flying like shattered glass in floodlights. The roar that follows feels tidal, loud enough to drown the grinding in my knee. Looking back, I should have known a single punch can silence doubt only for a heartbeat. Colin staggers toward the ropes, gloves sagging. I could let the ref step in, but the crowd's chant surges through my skull. Fight, fight, fight. I chase him, pivoting on the good leg while the bad one screams blue murder. Another cross lands. Blood trickles from his split lip. Phones rise higher, lenses bright as moons. What would you have done if glory and ruin shared the same spotlight? He bounces off the ropes and swings a wild hook that grazes my temple. Stars flicker, yet something inside me snarls not today. I duck, slip behind him, and drive a body shot into his solar plexus. The impact echoes like a drum. Colin wheezes, dropping to a knee. The ref counts 3, for but the old champ forces himself upright, fury blazing. You think you're untouchable, Hollywood, he rasps. Let's show him the truth. His words chill me more than pain. Truth has teeth tonight. The bell interrupts, signaling the round's end. I limp to my corner, hiding the hitch by throwing my arms over the ropes as if stretching. Marty clambers onto the apron, eyes saucer wide. Stop now, he hisses. We've proved the point. Walk away, Jay. I shake my head because walking is precisely the problem. Looking back, I should have walked when I still could. Across the ring, Colin waves at a ringside crew member. The Jumbotron flickers to life, a silent countdown video file queued up. I feel my stomach drop. He plans something. The next round horn blares before I can shout. He charges instantly, not for a punch but a tackle, forcing me into a corner. His mic crackles. Tell him how you cheated, medical superstar. Gasps ripple through the hall. I freeze, heartbeat static in my ears. What would you have done, pinned between ropes and ruin? Colin yanks my glove, holding it so the camera sees. Show him, then I'll back off. The Jumbotron blinks. 3, 2, 1. And there it is, a grainy clinic corridor feed of me, passing a white envelope to Dr. Sharma, the studio-approved orthopedist, 1 month ago. The footage zooms on the envelope, fat as a brick of cash. Shock detonates through the crowd. A woman in the front row covers her mouth, Phones tilt to the screen, recording live. My pulse hammers, every thud screaming fraud, fraud, fraud. Looking back, I should have burned that hallway to the ground. I wrench free and hammer a short hook into Colin's ear to buy space. He reels, but triumph gleams in his eyes. He's landed the real blow. I see Marty collapse into his seat, head in hands. The studio liaison is already texting. The chant changes. Expose him. Expose him. My legend is bleeding out faster than the cut on Colin's lips. I could deny it, blame deepfakes, plead charity pressure, but the envelope screams louder than words. Instead, I press forward, gloves loose at my sides. Microphones pick up my ragged breath. All right? I say for everyone and every lens. Here's the truth. Silence swallows the hall. Even Colin hesitates, surprised. My knees wrecked, I tell them. And I bribed the doc because if that contract died, so would the cancer ward this film was funding. Gasps turn to murmurs. I continue, the confession pouring out hotter than the pain. 30 hospital beds, 6 months from opening, paid only if I finished shooting. I lied to save them. What would you have done if children's futures weighed more than your career? For a heartbeat, sympathy flickers in the audience. Then Colin's laugh slices it apart. Hero act nice, but you still bought your way past the rules. He paces, blood on teeth. I lost my wife to a surgeon who cut corners. No more lies saving liars. He lunges. I brace, but my knee folds, white-hot explosion. I go down hard, ribs screaming against canvas. Colin raises a glove for the finishing shot. Looking back, I realize the crowd loves a martyr more than a miracle. I manage one last glare up at him. Hit me, I rasp. End it. Phones are rolling. Make the story yours. He hesitates, fist trembling. The arena holds its breath, cameras keening for violence. Ref whistles, trying to intervene, but Colin's glare never leaves mine. Slowly, he lowers his glove, nostrils flaring. No, he growls. You end yourself. He steps away. The ref waves an 8 count. I push to one elbow. Agony fractures my vision. If I stay down, the fight is over. Title stripped, contract voided, ward unfunded. If I stand, knee snaps for good, but maybe the world sees a different headline. Actor fights through injury for kids. What would you have done? Sacrifice body or reputation? I grab the middle rope, haul myself vertical. The knee wobbles like wet paper, but holds. The count hits 8. Ref nods. We continue. The hall erupts in conflicting cheers and boos. Smartphones track every tremor in my leg. Looking back, I felt something break, not bone, but fear. Colin circles, unsettled now. I drop my guard completely, a silent dare. He probes with a jab. I eat it, blood flowering from my lip. Another jab, another, each a red stamp on my decision. Then I hear the chant shift again. Children's ward, somewhere a hashtag already trending. Colin hesitates. The crowd's tide is turning, less bloodthirsty, more curious. Will I fall or finish? I see confusion in his eyes, anger paling behind uncertainty. He knows if he crushes me now, he's the villain. I spit blood, grin through it. Looks like they've picked their story, mate. What would you have done if mercy cost you revenge? Colin's shoulders sag. He shakes his head, steps back, and signals to the ref he's done. Disqualification by forfeit. Boos collide with applause. My vision tunnels. Paramedics vault the ropes. I sag into their arms, knee finally surrendering. As they strap me to a gurney, Marty appears, tears carving rivers down his cheeks. You mad bastard, he whispers. The studio might still walk, but that ward just got 1 million new donors. Looking back, I should have known a public confession is gasoline on sympathy. They wheel me past the ropes, phones following like fireflies. Somewhere above, the Jumbotron replays my envelope sin on endless loop. And somewhere deeper, the ligament tears another fiber, promising surgeries and lawsuits ahead. Yet as the stretcher rolls toward the tunnel, Colin jogs alongside, microphone dangling. He leans close and mutters a final bombshell meant only for me, but the mic is still hot. You think that was the full video? Wait till they see the part where you sign the doctor's non-disclosure. The crowd erupts in fresh pandemonium. The paramedics accelerate. My pulse spikes anew. The lie I thought buried is only half exposed. What would you have done, knowing the next reveal could erase every ounce of sympathy you just earned? Sirens blur into neon smears as the ambulance barrels towards St. Bartholomew's. My knee is strapped and iced, but the real throbbing comes from Colin's final warning. Wait till they see the non-disclosure. Prisoners pace softer than dread. Looking back, I should have known secrets expand under pressure like cracked glass. The doors burst open into triage. Reporters swarm the curb. Flashes ricochet off the polished floors. A nurse pushes the gurney past a waiting room TV, and it already runs the leaked clip. Me scrawling my signature beneath a paragraph titled Doctor-Patient Confidentiality Exception Fee. The presenter's voice tumbles after us, raises questions about whether charity claims were manufactured for public sympathy. They will me into imaging. Marty appears, phone glued to his ear, pleading with publicists. He ends the call, face ashen. The studio has suspended the contract pending investigation. I almost laugh. Suspended ligaments, suspended deal, suspended belief. What would you have done if every scaffold holding your life went slack at once? An orthopedist injects anesthetic. As fog creeps over me, a security guard steps in. Colin Doyle's here, he says. Says it's urgent. Whatever game he's playing isn't finished. I nod, the mask descends, and darkness folds me like a curtain. I wake to a hush and the low glow of a private room. Colin sits by the window, phone in hand, smile thin as fishing line. You're trending worldwide, he says. Hashtag Statham scam. He tosses his phone onto the blanket. Comments scroll by, pitchfork emojis, hospital emojis, broken heart emojis, a digital jury deliberating in real time. I press ice to my throbbing temple. You wanted revenge. Got it. Go. He shakes his head. Revenge. He glances toward the hallway, ensures the door is shut, then leans in. This is phase 2. Confusion carves through morphine haze. Colin produces a USB drive, sets it atop the phone. Full footage, he whispers. Shows you bribed the doc, yes, but also shows why. A frown. Everyone already knows why. Children's ward. He chuckles. May, I uploaded half the story. The other half shows the studio's CFO promising you a 10% back end on the charity marketing if you kept the knee quiet. My stomach plummets. He continues, the ward money was real, but you were set to pocket millions more. You lied about the scale and about giving it all away. Looking back, I realize I never confessed the whole truth because I never believed the whole truth would matter. I forced myself upright, pain biting. Why leak this now? It kills us both, sponsorships, commentary gigs, everything. Colin's smile widens. Because decay feed headlines. We drip the footage. Controversy stretches weeks. More eyeballs, more donors. Each reveal spikes donations higher. People love villains they can save. He taps the USB. Release this in 48 hours. Watch the ward hit 8 figures. And you still collect your back end, anonymous Cayman account untouched. I stare, nauseated by the elegance of the exploitation. What would you have done if salvation walked hand in hand with manipulation? He pushes a new envelope across the sheets. Bank instructions. My name spelled correctly. You're the perfect anti-hero, he says. Break a rule, cry for kids, sacrifice a knee. Every plot beat monetized. A nurse's footsteps approach. Colin pockets the USB. Think on it. He rises. Either we control the narrative, or it controls us. Then he's gone, leaving the door yawning like a question mark. News alerts chime on the bedside monitor. Doctor in bribe scandal found dead in apparent suicide. The screen flickers to CCTV. Dr. Sharma slumped over a steering wheel, engine running in a closed garage. I taste copper. Was it despair or cleanup? Looking back, I should have known conspiracies never need all their players alive. Police request an interview. Lawyers queue. Marty text. Delete everything. They have warrants. As panic mounts, another alert dings. Anonymous account credited. £2 million. Colin didn't wait for my answer. I gripped the rails, mind sprinting. Accept the role of villain turned benefactor and surf the chaos to riches and hospital wings. Or come clean, lose everything, maybe keep a soul. What would you have done if guilt and greed tugged opposite bones? I ask for my phone, open camera, hit record. My face is swollen, eyes bloodshot, bandages glaring white. If you're watching, you deserve the truth, I begin. The confession pours, bribe, back-end cut, Colin's black marketing plan, everything. Tears blur the lens, but I don't stop until the tank is empty. I hit upload, no edits, no PR filter. Within minutes, views detonate. Comments split, some hail honesty, others spit venom. Donations double, then triple. Sympathy outbids outrage. Yet legal notices pile in just as fast. Studio lawyers accuse me of defamation. Colin tweets a denial. Pundits debate whether a liar can still do good. Security escorts me to a different wing for protection. Through the window, I hear protesters chanting both my name and curses. A black car idles below, its plate untraceable. Maybe studio muscle, maybe tabloids waving checks, maybe worse. Night deepens. I watch the donation tracker pass £15 million. Children's beds funded 10 times over. My phone buzzes. Came an account closed by request of joint signatory. Colin's parting gift. No payout, just pain. Exhaustion settles like wet cement. I imagine kids laughing in sunlit wards, unaware of blood on the bricks. I also picture Dr. Sharma's lifeless eyes. The whale eyes echo beyond cameras. Looking back, I finally grasp the cost of every edit, every angle. Footsteps approach again. Heavy, deliberate. The door handle turns. I shut my eyes, uncertain whether to pray for police or hitmen, for absolution or oblivion. And in that breath between click and consequence, I wonder aloud to the shadows, would you have done any different?